it's Dikajee and Quicksilver Night, and you are listening and watching to Brutally Delicious Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, is that okay that my screen is so crazy
perfect.
bright?
Yeah, no
Okay.
worries. Are you in Russia?
Yes.
What time is it over in Russia right now?
It is 6:05.
In the evening?
Yeah, PM, right?
Oh,
PM?
yeah. Wow. It's 11 o'clock here in the morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Got my coffee and everything, so.
Oh, good. I have my cup of tea. It's tea time here.
Tea time. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I'm very, very glad to be here.
So let's just talk about Quicksilver Night, I guess. I guess the first question I have is this sort of a collective?
I think the sound collective. What? The
Like,
sound
is
got
it
disappeared.
no, that's fine. Is this sort of a collective? Like there are band members coming in and out and changing all the time?
Yeah, I think like from my perspective, of course, like Warren is our mastermind, and he's like the producer, and he's also, I think, like the mixing producer and everything, the composer and arranger. So it's basically a one-person project. I think like Aaron, it's like, is that a band? Like so many people involved, so many invited people involved. And even though he works with the same people from album to album sometimes, I think it's still like Warren. Quicksilver Night is Warren. That's why it's called like featuring Dikajee, because I'm a guest, like singer and lyricist there.
Have you done more previous stuff with him though?
We haven't, I don't think that we did anything besides Ptichka yet, but we're going to release, I don't think it's a secret now, we're working on a Christmas song together. I think it's going to be like an album by Quicksilver Night with different vocalists, and I'm just one of them, which is cool, because there are going to be a lot of other amazing people.
Oh yeah, that's really cool actually. So I mean, I saw the single or the video for Latibulate. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Latibulate.
That's a beautifully done song and a beautifully done video. What was that like?
Thank you. I'm kind of proud of that song, because I can't even remember how I found that word Latibulate, because when I sent the lyrics to Warren, he told me like I had to Google that word. I didn't know what that means. Like, you're teaching me English now. So yeah. So I think the idea of the video just came to my mind. I don't know, like that.
Okay.
I just wanted to do something simple, more or less like minimalistic, and that so that the visual part would be like more or less still, like very, I don't know, like so it visually could give you some maybe like a discomfort from the song, so that you would feel like you want to like you want to get out of that frame that like is holding you back a little bit. I don't know. Well, I think also we used some like elements like water, milk, ashes, and sand to I don't know, it's like some kind of a symbolism of humans, like the physical part of our lives that not being spoken about a lot. For example, I don't know. It's like, is that okay to talk about really dark stuff?
You can talk about whatever you want. Yes.
Okay, so um unfortunately, like in the past couple of years I've been dealing with passing of my friends and family members, and I just realized, and also my friends and family members who are for example in England, and I just realized how different the approach of funerals is, like very different for in
Interesting.
every culture, in every
Right.
family, even in every religion. And for example, in Russia, it's very common that the funerals are happening with open caskets, and like it's such a scary thing to see people who you care, like you love, seeing them death, and how death is changing people, and sometimes they are unrecognizable. I know it's like it's a very unpleasant topic, but
No, and it's an interesting thing that I don't know why they do that, but they do that here as well with the open caskets, and I've never been a fan.
yeah, I know. I think, like, to me, it was about my father, and to me it was like at some point I was very, very scared to like to see him like that, but at the same time I realized that it's very important, because like back in the day, if a family member died, it was a tradition so that someone like washed the body and stuff like that. And I realized that nowadays our culture is so that we just know that the person is just not there anymore, and that's it. We will never like see them like that. So not going very deep into the subject, I just wanted to, like, it's not the only thing. Like, yeah, like death also have, like, our bodies are also mortal, and we, like, people give birth, we like so many physical aspects, not that are not spoken about, like,
Right.
that are hidden from our, like, from our modern culture. Everything is like under the
Push to
closed
the
doors. So,
side.
yeah,
Yes.
and um this video is partly about it. Like, it's I know it's like a very uh deeply hidden symbolism, but that's why I just wanted to show, like, milk, ashes, so that, like, here is like also like dead flowers and stuffs, and also the forest, like it's so green, but then
Right.
there's dead flowers. And I know that sometimes those signs can be understood only by creators, but um maybe not. Maybe someone will also understand the
Sometimes,
idea.
sometimes even if they don't understand though, right, the viewer can take away his own meaning from it.
Yeah.
Maybe something different from what you wanted, but still something meaningful anyway, right?
Yeah, of course. Sometimes it's so cool to hear what people hear in your songs and your lyrics. Like,
Right.
yeah, I know. I had no idea I wrote that. Thank you.
Right. Right. But at least they're listening, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I remember once someone told me, like, I love your music because I just like positive music so much. What the hell? All my songs are about death.
Right.
No, well, not completely, but I mean, okay.
That's interesting. How much of what you write is reflective of where you're living and the times you're living in over there in Russia?
I think a lot, because um well, because everything is reflected on you. And even though, like, for many, many years I've been like constantly traveling, and right now I'm in the middle of moving to the UK. I don't know if
Oh,
Warren told
nice.
you about that.
No.
Yeah, I got an endorsement from Arts Council England, and I'm getting my global talent visa, and I'm going to move
Good for
before
you.
the new year.
Right.
Yeah, but for example, I live in St. Petersburg. I mean, not even talking about society problems, political things, because it's going to
Right.
be a very long story.
Oh, yeah.
Just having in mind that we have a very long and like dark winter here in, like, St. Petersburg, particularly, is like closer to, I don't know, like Finland more. It's like like
Yeah.
Swedish, Finnish nature, this kind of thing. And even though we have very hot summers, the winter is a killer, because St. Petersburg, I don't know, it's like, I think it's the most rainiest and like
Oh,
gray,
really?
dull city. Yeah, it's like a lot of people say that London is like that also, so that I will not feel any difference.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
some
That's what I've heard.
but we also have sometimes temperatures are like minus 28.
No, no, no.
Yeah. And you still need to go to work, to the studio, be good in a good vocal shape. But again, I think that it's a good city to become for being poetic, because we have so much dramatic like parts of our history, like historical, and you can feel it, like it is in the air. A lot of people from St. Petersburg, like poets and songwriters, they say that St. Petersburg influences a lot because we have so much art here, all this architecture, museums.
Architecture for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
the heritage is here. You can't avoid it. Yeah,
Right.
I like it's everywhere. Every second person in St. Petersburg is a musician or artist, painter. I don't
Really?
know, sculptor. Well, maybe it's my social circle or something,
No, but
but
that's
it's so
great.
sometimes it feels like that.
So I think, and I know we're getting off topic here, but I think maybe a lot of that has to do with, or do you think a lot of that has to do with the environment and the temperature and the cold and everything, right? So you're more forced to do things inside and you become more creative to express yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you have to you read more books. I remember this funny heavy metal map. Have you ever seen something like the metal map?
Yeah,
Like where the metal is most common and where
right.
most heavy bands are coming from, and they're
Norway
usually
and
like
Finland. Yeah.
yeah. So it's so here the nature is pretty much the same. So yeah, I guess we're also like very introvert, very melancholic, silly at the same time, because like you really have to have a lot of, I mean, at least for me, like sarcasm, that hangman smile kind of irony to
Hmm.
be able to go through things.
And I think heavy metal has a way of doing that anyway, right? Even not from Russia or from Norway. The very nature of metal is sort of the darker sense of humor, but not being a darker person necessarily, just way
Yeah.
to express yourself.
Yeah, I think like I always like to imagine how like super heavy metal musicians, and they're like when they're in all the, black jackets and leather, but then they come home and they're knitting socks and having cup
Yeah.
of teas.
You are 100% right. I talk to people all day long, and that's exactly right. They come across really, really rough and gruff, and then they're just, normal people at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're like super sweet and cozy sometimes.
And maybe because you're getting that stuff off your chest too, right? It's very, very cathartic to get all that stuff out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Um I remember like touring with Swedish musician, for example. We've been touring for about a month in yeah, like North Germany and Switzerland, and all we did was making the like every other joke was sillier than. And so it's like a person from Saint Petersburg and person from Sweden, from Malmö, I think. Um, we had so much fun. I think, yeah. I mean, we have a lot of fun
Oh,
when we're
yeah.
getting together.
So how do you guys go about the writing then? I know you're not in London yet. So are you writing like via sending stuff back and forth in the emails, or how does that work? Even the video, how did you get together for all that?
We didn't. I just did the video myself.
Oh, wow.
In yeah. Even though like Warren, he's in the USA. He's not in the UK. I hope that we get to meet one day in person, but hasn't happened yet. So we meet in the world of music, of course.
That's great. Is there any chance or any plans on touring with this?
I would love to, but I think it's so hard to put things together. Even though I'm more or less used to bring crazy projects to life. For example, like with my own project, I happen to travel like so many places to put things together. I've been to Argentina to make video, and I don't know, in Norway to work with Norwegian pianist, and like Portugal to work with Portuguese guitarist. So to guitarist, sorry, to
Oh
like
yeah.
I'm used to that when I really understand that something needs to be done and it has a very big like artistic value, because most of the things they can be done like distantly, but
Right.
sometimes you just need to jam with people to,
Oh, I
and
think so. Yeah.
yeah, so sometimes if so about putting things together like on tour with Quicksilver Night, I really do hope that it may happen one day. But we talked about with Cheap, and he suggested a very good idea that maybe I could just include some of our songs into what I do with my band, Dikajee. So, because I have like big band with the drummer and with the string players, and so because and I'm a touring performing musician, and I think Chip, if I'm not mistaken, Chip is his nickname. Warren, he's more like a studio musician now. Now I he used to perform a lot, but I think now he's more like a studio guy.
What are you guys writing other material?
Yeah, right now I'm working on my part on our cool Christmas song. Um,
Nice. Can you tell us
yeah.
what song it is yet, or is that a secret?
Um, I it's a good
Not
song.
yet, huh? Fair enough. So what about after that Christmas song? Are you guys planning on doing other songs together, or are you just gonna go back to working on your bands?
Uh, well, we never like we really like working together. And I told Chip. He asked me like once if we're going to do something, if he will have another like songs where he would like to hear me singing. Can he send me something? And I'm like, yes, send me everything. Um, but he also have other cool vocalists he works with. So I know that they must also have space. And I'm also working on my solo album now. I hope to release it. Sorry,
No, no problem.
next spring or maybe early summer. So yeah, right
Is that
now it's
heavy
like
as well, or is that different?
I think it's heavier a little
Oh
bit.
wow, nice.
Yeah, but sometimes it's more like well, it's different. It's different kind of heavy. Uh,
Fair enough. You
yeah.
do most of
Actually,
that writing yourself too? Go ahead.
oh, can you please repeat it? Because Zoom got just.
Yeah, no worries at all. So is that that other band, is that mostly you doing the writing there as well?
Yeah, right. Everything, mostly everything, like the music and the lyrics, and but like not. Why is the sound not going away? Yeah, now it's. But I always leave space because also enjoy featuring other artists so much that, for example, I compose the song and I always leave space for. Basically, I'm like Warren. I do the same things, but
Hey, that's what it seems like, right?
yeah, even though I have a live band that I usually play with, even though I can perform alone as like I play piano and sing, but it's like chamber shows. But when I play with my band, with my badass Belgian drummer, um, it's totally different. We rock together much more than just me and my piano.
So that's going to bring me to the end of my questions. Did I miss anything you want to cover?
Hmm. It. I don't know. Well, I will.
You'll
Maybe.
think
Maybe later.
you'll think about it
Um.
after it's over.
Yeah. It usually
Right.
happens.
Yeah,
I will find all the best answers to all your questions when
right.
we're done.
Why didn't I say that? I really do like that single. That's the only one I've heard so far, and I absolutely love it. There's something, I don't know, beautiful, and I think you said it, melancholic about it. That it's pretty cool. And the video
Thank
really
you.
does it justice, I believe.
Thank you so much. I know that the style of my videos sometimes is like so DIY arty kind of indie video. I call those videos like indie
Right.
video.
Doesn't come
uh,
across that way though. It comes across like very well done.
oh, cool. Maybe because I did it and I noticed
Right.
things.
Yep. Right.
um, but I still like it. I think sometimes I enjoy those kind of DIY videos much more than some. Sometimes you watch the video for like bigger artists with huge possibilities, and you can see like they spend so much money on the video, and but it's just it doesn't have some kind of like a kick, a trick. There's
Right.
sometimes my huge advice, of course, that everyone asks for bigger bands to find independent videographers and to like ask them to make something for them. I think a lot of independent videographers would do stuff for free just for promotion, but I see like a lot of even like those teenagers, TikTokers, sometimes they come up with amazing video
Great
ideas
stuff. Yes.
that they so worthy to be seen. I think this where video industry must take a look at.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate the chat. That was a good conversation.
Thank you so much for having me. I
Yes, I
had so
enjoyed
much fun.
talking. Good luck with the move, and maybe we'll talk to you again soon.
I would love that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.